The following is not financial advice.
All right. I thank you very much for joining me. This is the Crypto Alliance very first AMA. We'd like to humbly welcome Mr. Jerret Porter from Military.Finance. I appreciate you joining us today. And I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm Crypto Ally. I'm a YouTuber, artist, started the Crypto Alliance because we want to identify good projects for investors in this red market. And we're very honored to have been approached by the team at Military.Finance. And we want to learn more about the project. And if you don't mind, Mr. Lawson.
Don't mind at all. So I'm an old man, Steve Lawson at Petrus Lover, and just so you know, Petrus Lover does mean something. It's actually Petrus, but I actually have a fairly large wine collection of about 2,000 bottles, and Chateau Petrus happens to be my favorite wine. It's a Bordeaux, so that's the name. Why Petrus Lover. But I met Jerret, and the Military.Finance organization that he represents is near and dear to my heart for a variety of reasons. And I got to know Jerret, and I was so impressed with the work they were doing in support of our veterans that I asked Jerret if he would come in and speak to us about not just the mission, but about the business of military finance, because it's also an investment. And so Jerret was, and I know they have a huge weekend coming. So Jerret, why don't I just let you take it away? And I thank everyone from our organization to listen and give Jerret your attention. But also remember, the best question gets $50, right? Crypto?
Absolutely. And yeah, so I just wanted to let you know. So yeah, Stephen Lawson is a member of the Alliance, and he was able to reach out. And yeah, we now have the Military.Finance AMA. So with that, Mr. Jerret Porter.
Good morning, guys. My name's Jerret Porter, as you've heard. I represent Military.Finance, but you know, we really started out as a charity token about a year ago. Yeah, it was May of last year. So we're over a year old. I'm just used to saying about a year ago. But it's probably one of the most nearest and dearest things to my heart. You know, I'm a Purple Heart veteran myself from the Marine Corps. You know, went to Afghanistan in 2011, and I've done all kinds of jobs, like up on billboards and everything else. And I was actually looking into starting my own veteran-based crypto. And then I came across this project, and I got involved very heavily right from the very beginning. And what ended up happening was Brad and Sean, they wanted to actually have a veteran at the front of the project. So they approached me on it. And now I'm the face of Military.Finance, and I've been more involved than probably any other person. I could even say more than Brad and Sean at this point in time, just because I'm so passionate about it. But yeah, it's truly an awesome project. Like I said, it started out as a charity token, but as everybody knows, charity tokens are kind of dying out. So we've recently spent the last about 8 months rebuilding this into something that could outlast us. I mean, that's just the truth of it. It's designed to where hopefully at some given point in time, you know, me, Brad, Sean, Mike, Craig, everybody on the team can actually just sit back and be like regular members and actually just be part of the community. The DAO is being built to actually be self-sustainable. That's what one of our biggest partnerships that we're closing the deal on and might actually announce today is Chainlink. They are integrating into our contract. And it's going to be a pretty cool partnership because it gives us the ability to do a lot of processes that would have otherwise had to been done manually. But yeah, we've built an entire business around this. One that's so powerful you could literally, like if Bitcoin went down to zero, the business model behind this would have enough support to actually fully sustain the project, even without people investing more. it would actually just continuously grow. So it's really powerful and pretty cool. Sorry, it's a little bit of a rant. I know you guys probably got to ask me some questions. Go ahead.
No, that's very interesting. Yeah, especially you're saying it could go down to zero, and custom investors would be unaffected. That's kind of huge in this market because it's everything's kind of speculative, and people are kind of worried these days.
That's the beauty of surviving a bear market. 95% or more of the projects that launched around the same time as us, they died this last year. They're dead. They're gone. And the fact that we lasted this long really says a lot already. And now we're about to make our second push here on the 30th. But yeah, this bear market, the experience of it and surviving it is what got us to push and do the business model the way we did. We're like, we got to be able to control this. Like, why would we want to, be relying on Bitcoin or any of this stuff? Like, let's make sure we get this going right. That's part of the reason we tied with Ethereum too, because we actually have contacts with what's his name, Charles Hopkins from ADA, and we were almost going to go on that line. But as we spoke with a whole lot of our celebrities and partners and stuff like that, they were telling us that they prefer Ethereum. And then on top of it, when we thought about it and looked into it, Ethereum's about to come out with 2.0 and do its little split and everything else, and I think it's going to end up being king. So that's what we decided to tie us to. We're going to be launching on the Ethereum network, and it's all been calculated. There's definitely a lot of reasons behind that.
And that's very exciting. That's going to be happening on the 1st, correct? Of June?
30th. It'll be
30th, I'm sorry.
That. Yeah, so on Monday, we are launching, and it's actually going to be at 5:30 Central Standard Time. We're not. It probably won't be right on the 2nd because we got some bot measures and stuff in place, but it'll be right around then.
So Military.Finance is going to be launching on Ethereum on the 30th.
Yeah, but already launched on Binance, so it's already up and running.
Oh yeah, the Mill BNB is a year old. Actually, that's one of the things I hope a lot of you guys take advantage of, because in my opinion, with the way we've designed the whole ecosystem, the Mill BNB in the long term might actually come on top. It's excruciatingly going to be hyper deflationary. I mean, just absolutely just go crazy. I actually dropped something in the post the way that Blake typed it up right here. Here, I'll read it out loud. Where is it at? Don't sleep on Mill BSC, y'all. BSC is going to be on a DeFi chain that is going to evolve from being deflationary to very deflationary to the roof is on fire deflationary. Mill BNB has burns built into it. 3% of all Mill ETH total volume will buy and burn it. And NFTs, which I'll talk more about, we're going to build in the same buy and burn feature. But it might actually be more than 3%. And that's for the life of the NFTs. That means all the retrades, everything else will continue to buy and burn it. So as more and more of them get out there in the market, it's just going to keep going. But further down the road, when the burn wallet becomes the number one wallet by a wide margin, the reflections for that wallet will start burning more and more. This will make the price floor shoot up over time, and it'll even add to more value to holders. Our donation and marketing wallet will allow us to reach more people, which will create even more volume, and this will just keep increasing over time. And if you guys actually think about it and look at all that logically, if we do anything close to 100 million, that it's insane. The burns a daily that would be happening in Mill BNB will be like 50, 100,000. It's nuts. And also the beautiful thing about it is when we hit that point where we're into the 100 millions or $1 billion market cap, you're talking about being able to actually donate millions a month to the veteran charities and do stuff. Like it'll make us such a powerhouse for helping veterans and stuff that it'll just be phenomenal.
Wow.
Hey, Jerret, can you explain the business to everybody? Because there's probably a lot of people that don't understand the business, right? Like, let's say they invest. How do they make money? You know what I mean? There's some things I think. Would you be kind enough to do that?
Absolutely. Well, the biggest part I was talking about that actually is going to make us sustainable where we're not reliant on Bitcoin and stuff is going to be our events and seminars. So if you guys go back and kind of research this a little bit, back in 2021 in Miami, the Bitcoin conference, we took it over. We went there and you could not turn anywhere without seeing Military.Finance. We had trucks driving around with Military.Finance signs on it. We had all the digital billboards within like a 5-mile radius or something crazy bought up around the conference. We had boats driving in the lake and the ocean and everything else with Military.Finance signs on it. If I remember correctly, we actually had one of the cool planes flying in the sky that had a big old Military.Finance banner going over it. And what we do is we actually throw after parties. That's what we kind of have a little bit of a reputation for. We just did this in Dubai too. But we did this at the Bitcoin conference. We had Paris Hilton come in and DJ at an event. And it's pretty incredible. Like we actually have Paris Hilton's hat. And it was a black hat with a Bitcoin symbol right in the front. And it was made with diamonds. And we asked her while we were there, like, hey, can we have that hat? She's like, well, you can buy it. And I forget what we paid, but it was a lot less than what it actually appraised for. We went and took that thing and got it appraised. And it's worth $50,000 just in the diamonds value. So that's something you guys are going to see possibly later this year at an event get auctioned off. And some of it will go back into the project and the rest of it will go to a veteran, charity of some sort. And then the actual business, though, is when we do this, it just absolutely skyrockets us. I mean, it's crazy. We have people, we went up to 70 million the last time we did that. But anyways, so there's going to be events, and now we're going to have a one-touch buy system. We're at these events where they're having fun. They're doing it. We're going to have presentations and stuff there. And you can actually legitimately, as easy as getting on your phone, go click the amount of Mil BNB you're going to want to buy. Mil ETH will eventually get on there, but it's going to be Mil BNB first. That's what a lot of people just really don't realize how much of a gem that one is. But what we did is, again, utilize NFTs. So what you can do is no different than checking out on like Amazon or any online store where you can just literally select what you want, add it to your cart, and hit buy with your credit card, and you will be a Mil BNB holder. It'll even generate a wallet for you, so you don't have to know what you're doing. It'll be yours. Everything will be emailed to you, plain and simple, that easy. It's a true one-touch buy system. That's going to be going live shortly after launch or right at launch. But the real powerhouse behind this that's going to really make a big, big difference is seminars. We've done quite a bit of different testing. We've found the events to be successful, but it wasn't something that was guaranteed. You were still reliant on the actual market. It just tend to have that effect. Well, at these seminars, what we're doing is we're going to be pretty much the only company in the world that I know about that's actually doing educational crypto seminars. So what it is we're going to target high net worth individuals. Just so you guys know, we actually are literally an advertising agency built in. Sean Burst, I'll drop some info on him later, but he is the owner of Direct Mail IO, and he is able to do pretty much anything media-wise. So he bought all the information for a bunch of high net worth individuals across the entire nation. I think they range from 5 million net worth to 250,000 a year, or a Visa Platinum card holder, I think was what we basically went with. But anyways, these seminars, we're going to be targeting high net worth individuals who want to learn how to buy crypto. Obviously, they wouldn't be there if they didn't want to learn how to invest in crypto. So how we're going to do it is every ticket sold at one of these seminars, I'm going to use the first one we're doing for an example. It's going to have 250 people. This is where we're going to collect most of our data and everything else. But just at 250 people, they're going to get, when they buy the ticket, they're actually automatically generated a crypto wallet. And in that crypto wallet, we are going to drop them Mil BNB and Mil ETH, $50 of each. So that's $12,500 that goes into the actual charts to buy it. And then it's going to be handed to these investors, right? So they're already going to own Mil BNB and Mil ETH before they even walk in the door. Well, we're also, as you guys know, allowing sponsors to come in. We're going to allow other cryptos to come in and also do this. They're going to get to airdrop it in. They pay a small sponsorship fee. So we'll be raising money that way. Right now, we have the prices pretty low. It eventually will probably go up a little bit. But anyhow, so these people own all these cryptos. Well, when they come to this seminar, we're going to teach them how to do everything. Buy, sell, trade, all the lingo, just everything you could possibly need to know to get a really safe, happy start. And we're going to try to create an environment where all the stuff in the magazine that we're going to give them, because we're making a magazine, has only safe projects. It has safe call channels. It has just everything they need to really get started without ending up going somewhere where they're going to get scammed and stuff like that. But these people are already going to own the project. They're looking to invest. What's the first project you're going to look into? The ones you own already. So they're going to be handed a magazine that actually has all the info in it. Then they're also going to get handed a USB with everybody's going to have some videos on there, some more educational stuff. Magazine's going to be full of educational stuff too, not just articles. And then as well as the Crypto X Talks website. That's the name of the seminars, Crypto X Talks. And these high net worth individuals are already going to own it. And then at the very end, it's going to be mostly kept about learning crypto. You know, obviously they're going to get a pitch about military finance. But what the business model behind that is the ticket sales are going to be anywhere from 250 to 300. With like 250 people, that raises about $75,000. The initial one won't go right back into the project. It's going to be used to book 10 more venues. But after that, all the profits we do will go right back into the project. So, you know, you take the cost out and you say you got 75 grand, you take 5 grand out for costs. That's 70 grand that's going to get pumped right back into the project. And it'll be just another buy and burn or buy and hold, whatever it's going to be. But the point is it's the ability to grow the project from sponsors, from actual ticket sales, the events, same thing. We're going to have it where you're buying tickets. That money's going to go back into the project. Everything we're doing is going to be cash flow positive. Every event, every seminar, every little thing. And then, you know, on top of that, with the actual manual amount of money we'll be able to put in, these investors are coming to learn about crypto. We're going to be one of the first ones they get presented. Yes, some other projects will be in the magazine and stuff, but we're going to be the only one up there closing them with like, you know, military finance. This is what we do. This is how we do it. And we would love to have you join our cause. So even if we get 10, 20% closing ratio at the seminar itself of these people investing in our project in and of itself on top of what they already have, it'll be massive. You're talking about millionaires and people who want to invest. And even if they just put $100 each in, that is still sustainable growth that we can control. And what's so beautiful about this too is Sean and Brad both have real estate experience. They've done real estate seminars across the entire country. They like some of the ones that Sean has done were actually, I want to say he said it was like 7,000 people were the most that he ever had there. So we're looking at venues for 5,000 people for these crypto seminars in the near future. So imagine, I just told you some numbers from 250 people. What is 5,000 people going to look like? How much money is going to go back into the project then? And we're creating an entire ecosystem around crypto education, you know, and at the heart of it, we're always going to be helping veterans. That's the beauty of it. But the reality of it is we have an entire business built, and that's not to include the staking. You know, there's just so many ways that you're going to be able to generate income and stuff. We're building a DApp where you're going to be able to go, you know, do referrals, do everything possible on there, shilling, like just any kind of advertising you can do and get paid for it. We're going to make it where we just are a very, very community-driven project. And then we're going to have Crypto X Talks. We're going to have these events. We're going to have there's quite a few things that could be considered the business side of it. But yeah, that was a very long answer, and I apologize.
No, you are obviously very passionate about the project, and I can't blame you because, you know, real altruism is something that we just, you know, it's more and more scarce, and unfortunately people make profit off of that, and those people, you know, aren't necessarily good people. So it's again just an honor to have you approach us for our very first AMA. And yeah, that was a great explanation. Very exciting stuff, and I feel like that would really help to drive kind of adoption of crypto for those that are on the fence, especially those with high net worth. You know, because I'm sitting here considering like grizzled veterans, like they're not necessarily the first people that want to jump into crypto. So having like a magazine for them to be able to, you know, understand a little bit more about it, I feel like it could be huge for crypto adoption in the coming years. Because yeah, this does sound long term to me as well. Go ahead.
Well, that's what you know. I haven't really gotten to touch base on it yet, but the other business side of it is we are actually probably one of the most powerful advertising cryptos on the planet.
Yeah. I was doing something about that.
But
go ahead if you could kind of expand on that.
Well, Sean Burst was one of the original founding members. So he has been an entrepreneur. He's been in Forbes, and it's for making extremely successful businesses. His advertising agency, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, just won one of the most prestigious awards in the entire country. He had to fly to Arizona and receive an award, which he did a DAP for or something like that. It was hilarious. Sean's actually a really, really good guy. And but him and Carlos Garcia, if you Google Sean Burst, which I can get you guys this info, or Carlos Garcia, you will understand just why we're going to be unstoppable once this full-blown machine's coming up and running. Well, what it is they sat down for a few months and designed a system that I think it's called DSP, if I'm not mistaken. It's not my area, so okay. I might be wrong on the initials, but they basically have the ability to advertise. Well, first off, let me start a little before the DSP. He can geofence locations. So when we do these events, he's capable of targeting a direct area around where we're going to have a seminar, where we're going to have an event, and he can geofence everybody there by whatever data he wants to use. So, for example, what we've already done, and the emails will start going out like today or tomorrow, is we geofenced every military installation in the United States of America. We also, in the same geolocations, we targeted all the people interested in crypto. Well, what we did was start with, we got 4.4 million emails of these people who are either interested in crypto, who are veterans, or who are just, potentially good investors. And what
4.4 million?
4.4 million.
4.4 million?
4.4 million. That's just the starting number. That's what I'm going to get there. Well, anyway, so they're going to start getting emails saying, we want to recruit you. We have like 50 different emails. These people get emails till they either, come and check us out or block us. We're not going to spam too bad, but it will be where they actually see it over time, multiple occasions. But we already had that to start with. This DSP system is actually going to target thousands of websites. It's not just one. We're not just going to run PooCoin ads, which we are doing that too. But we are able to touch CNN, Fox News, like every major website, Bloomberg, USA Today. This DSP system is capable of targeting all there. It has a certain kind of ad placement where it can just automatically put in a bid and it'll just pop up in there. This is the same thing Fortune 500 companies use for advertising. Well, anyways, once that's up and running and going at full steam, especially in the United States of America and other locations in the world, there's just certain areas that don't allow it. When somebody clicks on one of these ads, it's going to retain their information. It'll actually have their little IP address thing that can link to their email, and we retain their email at the end of the equation. So it's going to become a giant funneling system, continually growing our email list. So what is it going to be like when we end up with 50 million, 100 million? And it just keeps continually growing. And we're touching, like I said, not just crypto websites. Those are in there, but everywhere. And it's just an absolute powerhouse. We're capable of social marketing, YouTube marketing. We got our own YouTuber, Comet Scribbles, who actually joined the cause. Obviously, we're going to have internal AMAs, third-party AMAs, press releases. We're probably going to end up being in Forbes magazine, USA Today, and Bloomberg. That's the third one. We just have to get the articles written up and all that stuff. We're going to get it sent out. Yeah, like our real world marketing is just like nothing I've ever seen. And that's the truth. It's not like I'm just saying that because I'm part of the project, but it's truly like nothing I've ever seen. We have all the professional video stuff. So like we just shot with Andy Stumpf yesterday. It's getting cut up and going to be promoted. We're going to be having all kinds of events and festivals, conference and trade shows and concerts, like the Great Londini.
I was going to mention that.
He's actually a veteran. And what happened was one of my members, see, this is why it's so important that members get involved.
Exactly.
Went onto his show, and they were talking about PTSD dogs. Well, we've sponsored a PTSD dog. We did the full workup, the full train up. It's not quite to the veteran yet. I will definitely be doing an update when it does make it to the veteran. But these dogs are trained for up to a year for an individual veteran's needs. It's one of the most beautiful, direct things I've ever seen. And the Great Londini was on his live stream, and he was talking about actually they're doing one in October. It's over here. It's not far from me. It's in San Antonio, Texas for TADSOL. And he's like, have your guy call me. And I was like, okay. And he sent me the stuff for the Great Londini. I messaged him. I was just expecting one of the, would you guys like to donate? You know, which we might have. I would just had to hear. But that was my expectation when I got on the phone. Well, what ended up happening was he wanted help. He was like, I want to make this the best, you know, veteran event I possibly can. And now that I've researched you, the guy, if you guys don't know what he does, he finds cyber bullies. And just from a simple comment, and he tracks down all their information. So the guy knew everything about me before I ever even talked to him. It was a very interesting experience in that. But yeah, he wanted help. And so what we're doing is we partnered up with him on this event in October in San Antonio, Texas. I'll be dropping a lot of info on it here soon. But anyways, he's like, I will help you guys with your launch. I will help promote you guys all the way up to it. He has 8.3 million TikTok followers, 100 and something thousand Instagram followers. Like, he has a really, really direct following that actually love and represent him and just follow him everywhere. Huge. So he's going to be continually pushing us at least until October. But what I worked out was he's going to do 2 veteran events a year, and we're going to help him with all of them. So it's going to be another great opportunity. There's going to be a lot of celebrities there. It's going to be turn into something really cool. And then one of the neatest things is I'm actually probably going to rush an NFT line and get an NFT line out that he's going to push, which with his followers, it would be like an overnight success.
Wow. Yeah, that's huge. You know, obviously online bullying is a big issue these days. And so it makes sense for him to have that kind of following. And, you know, sounds like a great partner for you to have. It's very cool.
But yeah, we're going on a bunch more podcasts, like the Joe Rogan Show. We have Andy Stump as one of our partners. He is really close with Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan's the biggest advertiser, like, or media or whatever you want to call it.
Oh yeah, everybody knows about Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think you might be seeing Military.Finance on there before too long.
Whoa!
An NFT.
That's from, insane.
From us.
So again,
he loved it.
I gotta say, great job again so far. What a project it sounds like, and yeah, again, I'm just honored that you guys would approach us for our first AMA. So I wanted to say, Mr. Lawson, if you want to chime in, go ahead, Mr. Lawson.
I want to ask a couple questions. So, Jerret, when do you think you're going to have staking? Because obviously, a lot of people in the crypto space say, "Hey, I don't just want to watch the token appreciate. Is there an opportunity for some staking or some passive income down the road?" And I know you mentioned the word, but do you have a plan for it yet, or is it just under consideration right now?
Well, if everything goes to plan, it's going to launch staking with the launch of the token. So the ETH token, right? In a few days. The Mill BNB already has built-in
reflections.
Reflections. There you go.
Yeah.
The Mill ETH, you will be able to stake it. It's actually how you'll have a say in the DAO. So, you know, you'll be able to buy some Mill ETH, stake it, and you'll receive voting tokens. And then what that's going to do is with major decisions, like, for example, we just did our first vote as a community because we felt it was the right thing to do about launching on the 30th. A few weeks ago, we emailed everybody like, hey, we want to make sure that our community is giving us our support to launch in this market and that you trust us and that you want us to do it. So we sent everybody in the pre-sale an email and said, this is your first opportunity to vote in the DAO right now. And, of course, we are launching, so you know the results of that. But yes, staking should be, as long as everything goes to plan. That's what I actually tried to call Brad before this to confirm, because I had a feeling that question would come up. But it should be with launch or right after.
Yeah, but like since I don't have ETH right now, I've only invested and have, you know, the BNB. It just gets the reflections based upon the volume, right? And there's no way to tell how many reflections you're getting unless you literally watch your token count. Right.
To be honest with you, I don't think there is a way. The way I've always done it was take a screenshot, and when I know there's a lot of volume coming, I'll be like, all right, let me screenshot this and see how many I get, just like a big kid.
Right. Yeah, no, and that's fine. I don't really pay attention to it. I just let it sit there, and that's fine, right?
What I can tell you is back when we had our last major run, I had much less than I do now. I own around 10 billion now. That's where I feel like that's a healthy amount, and of course I'll be extremely responsible with it and everything else. But I only had, I want to say it was like 500 million when I first got into the project, and we were at a much higher market cap when I got in. And I used to receive $40-50 a day in reflections. So what I can tell you right now, with the market cap only being just barely under $1 million, is that we're about to have outrageous growth, and that's not financial advice, but the buy and burn feature is going to make it happen no matter what we do. So right now would be the best time in the world to get into MilBNB, and you will see major reflections. I mean,
yeah,
will.
honestly, sounds like
I have. Right. Yeah, no, and I've gotten in, right, as you know, Jerret. I got in a while ago and have kept accumulating. But for me, it was all about the mission, right? It wasn't about the money, as you know. And again, I'm not averse to making money, but for me, it was about the mission. And so I guess the other thing, Jerret, could you explain some of the outside of the great Londini, and I'm so old I didn't know who that was, as you know, but like you have NASCAR drivers. Can you, some other kind of mainstream kind of people that are also involved in the project?
Well, from the crypto world, we just partnered with, they haven't started pushing us yet, but Caesar's Call Channel and Venom's Call Channel. So they are actually pretty big supporters of what we're doing. They both wanted to join us for the right reason. One thing I've been really strict about was making sure I brought partners on that wanted to come on for the right reasons. I don't really want to work with somebody just purely business.
Yeah, it's important.
And so we got those guys coming in, but we have Andy Stump. He is a Navy SEAL that holds a skydiving world record and a really big just personality, I guess you would say. He's goes on Joe Rogan all the time. He has his own show. He does all this stuff. He has a massive following. Well, he's one of the reasons too we wanted to go towards the east side. When we had the B&B side, a lot of these people were very, very nervous that we didn't have the real world business, because we got the LLC, one out of country and one in the country, so it gives us the ability to do everything. But Andy Stump was one of those guys that was very strict, which we don't blame him. Why would you want to tie to crypto? That's dangerous. But now that we have that, like I said, he just shot his first episode with us yesterday. He's going to start pushing us to his following. But then we have Keith McGee, the veteran NASCAR driver. We actually the truck.
Name dropping. It's wild.
No, that's good. That's the idea. They all have followers.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not complaining over here.
And then you know who Taya Kyle is? First, you know who the American Sniper is?
Oh, yeah. There you go. That's a great story. Tell them this story. That's a great story.
Well, the Chris Kyle, God rest his soul, but...
Remember the movie The American Sniper about Chris Kyle? Everybody? I hope you do. It was an amazing movie and a true story.
He's truly a veteran icon. I mean, he really is. Like, I have so much respect for that guy, even beyond the grave. But his wife is continuing to carry on his legacy, and they have the Chris Kyle Foundation and the Taya Kyle Foundation. And we're partnered up with Taya Kyle. She has a massive following. She's a really sweet, good lady. She's one of our NFT contracts. So what's going to happen with that in the future is you're going to see an NFT line, and she's actually giving us photos of Chris Kyle that have never been public, ever.
Wow.
They're going to be made into digital AI
and
3D art and things like that.
Really cool.
So we have a lot of those, by the way. A lot of really, already signed contracts, ready to go. We're launching our NFT platform here shortly after launch. It's pretty cool. But anyways, yes, so we have Taya Kyle. We have, what's his name? Let me look real quick. Bo Bennett. That's what it is. Bo Bennett, 2016 Stanley Cup winner. He's joining in. We're actually doing something with one of his other investments. That's how I came across him. I went to talk with what's called the Tim app, who we're going to be working with and partnering with on nationwide veteran events. They have an app that can do health and wellness and everything else.
Right.
Hold on one second. What are you doing, buddy? It's wet out there. Sorry, that's my kids. Who was I just talking about? That sidetracked the heck out of me.
Stanley Cup.
Oh, Stanley Cup. Yeah. So with the Tim app,
We in July we have an event coming up that's going to give us the ability to do nationwide events, not just one city, one location, or anything like that. This TIM app is giving us the ability to host across the country and actually global. We're not going for global right out the bat. That's a lot, but well, you'll see something called the Veteran Health Challenge coming, and that's how we met with Bo Bennett. He reached out to me actually and was like, "Hey, I heard what you guys are doing with the TIM app. I'm one of their top investors, and I want in." I said, "Yes, sir." So now he's heavily invested in the project, which, by the way, all the partners are actually invested or locked in with a 5-year plus contract. Every single one. Nobody is allowed to join the project.
Wow,
unless
5 years
commit for 5+ years.
5 years is a long time in crypto.
Yes, everything we've done has been long-term vision. But yeah, so he joined up, Bo Bennett, and he's given us as much support as he can. He on his own, he'll shoot videos and starting to post them up. He just did it. We just dropped his first one the other day. He's going to start doing all kinds of very cool stuff. Yeah, he is. Then we have Todd LeDuc. He is like an 11-time monster truck off-road racing, like just one of the coolest dudes I've ever met. He really is. Like my son, actually, he's right there. That's what made me think of it. Todd LeDuc, he loves monster trucks, right? Well, Todd LeDuc was in his trophy room, and I was talking to him just like this on some kind of a video feed. And Jack's like, I could see my son in the background, like, is that Monster Energy? Because he used to drive Monster Energy monster truck.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, bud, you want to say hi? And he got on the phone, was just like,
starstruck.
So, Jerret, the security, like for investors, the security of the token, the anti-dump features, some of the things that, because, we're just jamokes, right? Let's just say we're just investors. What are the things that protect the investors so that we don't get a whole lot of pump and dump? Can you go, and I know you and I've talked about this a little bit. Will you share with everybody? Because there's some people on here that really study that stuff.
Yeah.
One of the things that's really good about the Alliance is we have some really smart people. Not me, obviously, but others. And they really can. So if you could share some of that, I think it would be really good.
I was curious on just the tokenomics as well, and I thank you again, Mr. Lawson.
Can you call me Steve? Please. I am so freaking old. Remember, I was around for the draft. Please don't call me Mr. Lawson.
You're a great member of the Alliance.
Just please.
Thank you, Steve.
All right.
You got it, Steve.
I got kids older than everybody on this call.
So let me hit the tokenomics first real quick.
Absolutely.
With the Mill ETH, you got 8%. Both of them have 8%. Mill BNB is a little bit more simple. It's just like donation wallet, liquidity, and then what is the main one? I can't even remember. It's been too long. But anyways, with the Mill
marketing,
well, it's got a unique one, but I've been looking at the Mill ETH one so much I don't want to misquote it. So I'm gonna just look in a little bit and I'll get it to you.
So the tokenomics on ETH and BSC, are they differ?
They're both 8%, but they do differ. That's what the Mill ETH has 3% buy and burn of Mill BNB. It has a 1% operations wallet, has 1.5% donation portal. But the way we're trying to do it is we want a little bit of variety. We want people to have choices. We want everybody to be involved with the DAO and actually voting and everything else. So we're splitting it up 3 ways. So you'll have charity 1, 2, 3, stuff like that, which might actually grow because like I was telling you, you could potentially be seeing, $20 million a month going around and stuff. So it's obviously going to have to scale with it. But 1.5% goes to staking rewards, and then 1% goes to buy and burn of Mill ETH. And what was your question again? The protection.
The tokenomics, and then again the thing that we're all seeing in this world right now, a lot of pump and dumps, and so and like the pre-sale people and the so that they just can't dump all the things that you and I talked about. If you could share with everybody,
this is the real powerhouse behind Mill. I mean, it truly is. We actually have our pre-salers. We had a very, very unique pre-sale. First off, we didn't accept everybody. We turned a lot of people down. We had to make sure you were an accredited investor because of a lot of the major celebrities are tied to us. I didn't even make it through our celebrity list either. But with our pre-sale, You actually had to do a KYC like you were investing in a business. It was a legitimate KYC form used for businesses. So they had to make sure you were an accredited investor. If you weren't, you were rejected.
Okay.
Everybody signed the SAFT and everything like that. But our pre-salers are actually locked up for 3+ years. The team's locked up for 5. And what it does is 8 weeks completely locked up from launch, and then you get a small 5% after that. After it has a 24 you get 5% after 8 weeks, then 24 weeks of another lockup, and then you get 5% weekly for 156 weeks. So we have one of the strongest foundations of a crypto launch I've ever seen. We wouldn't have been able to do this without, building the business we did and everything else and having the trust of our community. But a lot of our pre-salers are a lot of real world investors. We actually had offers for over $1 million to go into our pre-sale. We told them, no, please put it in at launch. And we've been reminding them, by the way, just to give you a little hint of what might be coming. And anyway, so it's one of the most solid foundations that we can build upon. It really and truly is. We're very, very blessed to get where we are already. And we have so many people supporting us that, I've never seen a crypto project that actually had people trust them enough to put their money in their hands for 3+ years and trust them. So it's going to be physically impossible for us to drop below the starting market cap for a minimal year. But realistically, it's closer to like 3 years that it would be very, very hard to go below the starting market cap, or like 2.5. That was like the ratio we figured. And that's if like the world ends. So
sounds like a really sustainable business model you got going on. And, that's not something just anybody could say. That's why, again, I'm just blown away, that we could have this AMA. This is great. I hope a lot of people gain awareness about this.
Yeah, that's what there's just so much to this. Like, honestly, I could stay on here and talk with you guys for like 3 hours. Like, what is today, the 28th? Yeah, yesterday, Crypto Weekly, they're releasing the world's first crypto magazine. There was like 150 projects that applied to get in there. We were one of the only ones accepted. And not only were we accepted, but we showed them the business model and everything we're capable of and everything we have coming. A lot of the stuff that's not even public yet. They named us the hottest crypto to watch of 2022. That is an unheard of title to get for an upcoming project like this.
I want to stay unbiased, obviously, but it's not easy. You don't make it easy.
Yep. So that magazine, though, is hitting major retailers like Walmart, Barnes & Noble. It's hitting all the ones here in the United States, a lot of places over in Europe, and it's actually being translated into other languages, but I can't remember the ones they told me, and I don't even know if that's public info now that I'm saying it. But anyways, it's hitting the retailers. I think it started shipping out yesterday. So everything we worked for is really, really coming to a point.
You got catalysts out the yin-yang. A lot of catalysts.
Yeah. Hey, Jerret, I have a question, and this is something everybody's going to ask. With all this momentum, the BSC token is still relatively inexpensive.
It's dirt cheap.
Yeah, well, again, and so my question is the reason because everybody's waiting for a long? Tell me what you think the reason is that it stays so cheap. And don't get me wrong, because I've accumulated a bunch, but tell me what you think the reason is.
Truth is that we're holding up better than just about anybody in the market right now. I'm actually proud of where we're at for as far as sustainability goes. The market's extremely down. So if we went back to where it was, we'd be well over 1 million, maybe even close to 2 million. But realistically, I think everybody's just scared to invest right now. That was actually the reason we put it up for a vote. But what's going to end up happening in the next few days, there's a lot of stuff. Some of it I can't talk about, and some of it I can, that we're basically going to try to jumpstart this. We got this giveaway going, everything else, and at some point, it's going to catch. If it doesn't happen before launch, it's going to automatically happen at launch with the buy and burn feature, where it just starts skyrocketing. And you guys know how it is when you're the only green candle in the entire market. So it'll be pretty awesome. But truly, well, I'm actually kind of proud of where we're holding up to. We survived this bear market, and we're still getting support. We're gaining new holders every day. And I know a lot of people that are waiting until right before launch to go after some more, and they want to just create it. And there's going to be a lot of volume coming in on both of them. So Pretty awesome. But yeah,
Sounds-
I don't know why exactly. We haven't started pushing really hard yet. We've been just getting all the catalysts in place.
Maybe wise in the market too.
Yep, exactly. Well, you know, we had a big plan to go do tons and tons of AMAs. Well, we did some testing, ran some analytics, decided not to do it. One of the beautiful things that you guys don't realize too is we've almost not touched our marketing wallet. We have a really, really exceptionally healthy marketing wallet. I don't want to tell how much is in there, but we have so many connections and so many partners and so much stuff that we're able to build one of the most powerful launch advertisings that I've ever seen, and we haven't had to spend hardly any money. So we are not only going to have this, but let's say we need to have another push in a month or two, we can set everything up. We have the budget. We have everything we need to do it again, and we have the horsepower and marketing like you guys wouldn't believe. So
yeah, you're saying things that other people can't say. So, you know, I have a bit of experience in this space, and yeah, I haven't heard a lot of what you're saying. So, and you guys you already got receipts to prove it. So,
yeah, that's true. You know, I haven't even touched on a lot of subjects. You know, we've already donated over $100,000 to veterans. We've flown them across the country to see their families. We've done the help, you know,
and it's not just American veterans.
BUSD dogs. Oh, this is going to be worldwide. This is going global.
Crypto is worldwide, so absolutely.
Well, yeah, outside of the crypto aspect, you know, we already got a donation going to the first responders in the Ukraine and stuff. We're going to be doing stuff with Australia, with Germany's one. One of the other one is Sweden. It's right around there.
You have a few options among us today, so
I love it. Yeah, but you know, we have so many partnerships just rolling in. Like right now, this week has been exhausting for me because I wrote 8 contracts. Some of them you guys have already heard about, and some of them you haven't. And I've had to start telling people I have to wait until after launch. We have
it's very exciting.
We have a crypto credit union that wants to partner with us. We have,
man.
miles.
Keep going. No, don't say too much, but yeah, this is incredible. You know, this is the kind of information, you know, people need to hear when it comes to marketing. You hear a lot of people complaining about marketing in other projects. When marketing, and you guys are just sitting on this on top of. It's like, wow. Honestly, I got to say, this sounded very bullish.
Yeah, remember I told you I'd tell you a few secrets, and I don't think it would hurt for me to say this out loud. When we went on to the test net to you know, test the ETH contract, we a long time ago had applied for MilBNB to go on Binance, and then it was a lot of money. We didn't want to do it at that time and everything else, and we didn't know if the tokenomics work and just everything like that. But they reached out to us the minute our testnet went live on the ETH project. They had been monitoring and tracking us since then. And well, let's just say they sent us a contract for when we're ready. And then crypto.com with these seminars. You know, crypto.com likes to advertise. That's their specialty.
Seminars.
They advertise everywhere. And
I was going to ask you about the seminars too. Wow.
Sean
Crypto.com, huh?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
Sean actually knows the CMO and stuff, and after we have this first one, we get some analytics and stuff like that. We're going to book out the next 10. He asked us to come sit down with him, so we'll see what happens.
Wow. In discussions with Crypto.com, you verifying that here today?
I'm saying that it might be happening. It might not. I'm not like that's
discussions.
Like I said, that's
we could say discussions at least.
Yes, discussions.
Beautiful. That's incredible. I'm saying, so many catalysts. I can't believe it. You know, the list goes on and on. I could see why you want to, you know, you got so much to say about it. And, you know.
I really could just go on and on and on.
It's incredible. I do have a question now. Go ahead. Oh, I was just going to, I was wondering about the military fund to assist the crypto projects across the space. I was wondering, is that going to be specifically on Binance Smart Chain, or are you talking about perhaps doing blue chips?
What are you talking about? I'm not sure what you're referencing.
So the military fund, you're talking about to where you guys will you're seeking out projects that assist veterans?
Oh, are you talking about who we're going to donate to?
So it's the military fund.
The military fund. The military fund. I'm pretty sure you're just talking about our donations, right?
So my understanding was that you guys were like seeking out different safe projects to automatically get.
Oh, are you talking about for the seminars?
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, no. Here, look, I'll drop you in pictures so you can actually see exactly what I'm talking about. You confused me calling it the military fund.
Okay, that's what I thought I saw on the website. I apologize about that.
No, it's called Crypto X Talks. And what we're doing is allowing sponsors to come on. And this is something that I actually want to get you guys involved with. That's what I was discussing in private about actually getting you guys in. So there's the two.
No, I was curious about that.
That's the two initial sponsorship costs and the cover paper. And here is a little bit of the info on it. What's so beautiful about that is what we are doing.
We don't see anything, pal. We don't see anything.
I got it. In the alliance.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Huh.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's in our... Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I screwed up.
I was like, man, it's confusing me, man. I thought I sent it to Crypto again.
No, you did. You did. It's my fault.
Yeah. No worries.
All right. So with these... I lost my train of thought there. But yeah, what we're going to be doing is allowing other safe projects. They don't have to be veteran-based. They just have to be safe.
Okay. That was my confusion. It looked like,
so
it looked like it was like specifically that we're like other military token type projects. That was my confusion. If it's like,
I'd run out.
And what will be your vetting process for that?
Well, what we're doing for now is we're going to rely on some others. Like that, I've been very, very strict about it. Some of the guys that work in our project are really strict. But after this first one, we're not going to be manually doxing them ourselves. We're actually going to be using a doxing system. You got to do your own research, and FUDOX will
absolutely.
To
not financial advice
on it.
Okay.
So what we're doing is just trying to get these together this first time around. It's going to be mostly us. Like I said, Brad's kind of a crypto genius. He can spot stuff out a mile away. But it's going to have a really, really broad reach and be a nonstop business. What we're trying to scale this up to is about 10 to 15 of these a month. Of course, that'll take a little bit of time, but even just 1 or 2 a month is going to be massive amounts of volume. But once we get things rolling, maybe close that little partnership I mentioned a few minutes ago. We have all the data, we have all the analytics, we have the knowledge, and we have the manpower to make it happen. We're actually training up some comedians and some motivational speakers and all this stuff to come in and run these seminars for us. So it's going to become
I'm big on stand-up comedy too. So
yeah, I know. I love that. Well, if just on that note, we're going to be doing a little comedy night coming up. It's
really?
DBT, but yeah, it's got like 5 comedians coming on. They're going to just live stream.
Wow,
it should be a fun little group event.
That is very, very cool.
Yeah, the way it's going to work though is I need a constant stream of these projects. Some of them that we already signed up, like Quint, they offered to sponsor all of them.
Quint did? Oh, my project. That's my project.
I was just asking. Yeah, Mr. Lawson.
I told you.
You're a great member, Mr. Lawson. Go ahead.
We're doing the first one, and then we're going to see where it goes from there. So don't go everywhere saying that it's going to happen.
I'm not. But
Quint's wild. You mentioned Quint. Yeah, we heard Quint, and we're like, well, we're just looking into Quint. So.
But anyways, we're trying to find more good projects like that. Even Chainlink's doing it. But what we need is help from others. Like we need a safe group, people that are knowledgeable on researching cryptos and stuff to send us good ones. Like, we'll be paying, I think it's $250 per gold sponsor, $125 for the silver sponsor, and then a $500 prize for whoever sends the most. So this can be individuals, this can be groups, it can be anything. But yeah, we just need help with that. And with you guys, if you guys are interested in doing that, I've seen quite a bit of knowledge already in your guys' group. Obviously, I'd want to sit down and show you everything and give you all the analytics. And
got some big brains here, bigger than mine.
Big brains here.
We could give you guys a little bit of a jump start for your channel and actually give you some ad space for free in the magazine and stuff like that.
Wow.
And
that could be huge.
After I see you guys really getting up and going and stuff too, we can name you guys as a safe place to go look for investments.
Wow.
So that's something I'd love to have further discussions on, as mentioned. And then something else we talked about yesterday, I would love to know more about what you guys are doing to support projects with dips. I would love to have something set up where we buy up dips every time. That's
Exactly. So
already, but
it sounds like we do have somewhat similar goals in that regard, and perhaps we could form some kind of relationship there. We really want to look into projects because I, like many of us, have suffered losses due to different, just not only bad trading, but just the scams out there. Again, it's just it's getting bad these days. So we're trying to do our best to look into just dive into different projects, and then as a community kind of review them and ensure that they are as safe as we can perceive them to be. Nothing is to be construed as financial advice, obviously, but we do our absolute best, and we are compiling a list of kind of bullish gems that we do feel safe about. We feel that they're long term. Obviously, military sounds like a shoe in there. And so, we get you on that list, obviously. And then, we would have, the rest of the list would be at your disposal. That's why I was wondering, like, is it going to be only on BSC network generally that you're going to be seeking out these projects?
Nope. It's going to be all of them. Nothing.
Okay. Beautiful.
There's no bar holes. There's one requirement. Safe.
Yes, absolutely.
And each one of these projects, like I said, are going to get to shoot a pitch video. Like Clint specifically requested to have a video played up on the screen at the event itself. And just because it's up and coming, I have agreed to it. But generally, they won't get that. But anyways, they're going to get the magazine. They're going to get a video on the USB. They're going to get added to the website. And we're going to be starting some whale groups there. We need to either start a whale group or have like a group where we reference them. But basically, we're expecting to have a lot of very large investors joining in on these seminars. Even if there's only a handful at each one that are worth $5 million plus. Last thing we want to do is give any of them a bad experience on anything crypto. We have
exactly. We've been there.
Mill University is coming too. Blake's already been doing a lot of these videos, and what it is, it's going to be somewhere for them to go and click on a video and learn anything they want. We're breaking it down so easy that a caveman can do it. That coincides right with my whole kind of vision. So you're speaking my language. That is so cool that you guys are doing that. Because again, it's a scary place, and we want to see the price go up. Can't do that without new investors, and new investors are scared, and they need education, and because there is profit to be made. Absolutely, it takes that. It takes that kind of that experience. Sometimes you got to take those losses and kind of pay your tuition in a sense, which many of us have here. So absolutely,
there's some great.
There's about 20 more things I could really go into, but
feel free if you want to. You know what I'm saying? I know you're a busy man. I do very much think
he's got a launch. He's got a launch this weekend. Maybe we should open up to the floor. What do you say, Crypto Al? Maybe we should open up to the floor and see if anybody has any questions.
Well, absolutely. We could open it up to questions and.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it going, bud?
Hello. All right.
Hey, Mr. Crypto Nick.
How are you guys?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
Somebody messaged me, Arthur Lang, I believe that's how I pronounce his name. He just asked, does the project have any plans to promote the Chinese market at present?
Man, I've gotten that question a lot the last week. Like, I'm talking 60 or 70 times. That is unbelievable. Yes, we will do it. Especially because I've gotten it 60 or 7 times. It's something we talked about in the past. We have to find people we can trust first. That is the only thing. I don't want.
I've heard that from other project leaders.
Community where somebody is typing in another language and I'm not able to monitor it, and I don't know what's happening in there or anything. So once I'm able to acquire some people that I genuinely trust, that have been active in the community for a while, that have proven themselves. After launch, yes, we're planning on starting a Chinese community, probably a Hispanic community. We're going to go global, so we might actually have to physically hire these people to start these things, and then let them, choose who they want to work under them. But yes, it's definitely coming.
Great, and it's good you have a plan too, because I have actually seen projects lose money on, on just not quite knowing who you're talking to, and But when Chinese marketing, where's the Chinese marketing? You know, I understand that. So that's a great question. Any other questions? Go ahead.
Yeah. There's two people with their hands up. There's
Okay.
Edith and Alan right now with their hands
All
up.
right. We'll start off with Edith. Oh, we got Alan.
Oh, he took his hand off.
Hello.
There we go. Hi.
Hello. First of all, I'll have to give a handout to you. I love the way you took over the project. I love your patience. I love everything. Congratulations on your first launch.
Thank
Hello.
you, bud.
My question is that how are you going to distribute the in the charity?
You said distribute, and then you cut out on me, but I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry. Oh, you muted yourself.
Yeah, if you could repeat that, go ahead.
How do you tend to help the military? How do you distribute your charity to them?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm about to hand it over to all of you guys. Well, right now, this far, it's all been me, Brad, Sean, Blake, everybody on the team who's really been kind of choosing it. I've legitimately hit the streets and went to find veterans on the corner, and I can tell you one thing, it was so sad I couldn't actually help them because some of them were so far gone. Like, I wasn't, like, I can't really do much for this person. It breaks my heart. But in the near future, you guys will be able to pick the charities you guys want to go to, put it up for vote. If it gets voted on, we're going to do it. We are putting in a little bit of a doxing system in the future to make sure that we're going to charities that are actually going to help veterans. That's going to be one of our main focuses, and we're going to tell everybody that very, very thoroughly. We don't
charities.
We don't want to give to like Wounded Warriors Project where 95% of it's going to admin fees and costs and all this other stuff. We want to go to the people where 5% is going to all that, and 95% is going to the veterans. So we want to make sure we're making such a direct impact as humanly possible.
Wow, I love it. I wish I was with you so I can give you a warm handshake and a warm hug. Thank you very much.
Thanks, man.
Yes, thank you. Good stuff. Looks like Edith has a question.
Okay, yeah, awesome. Okay, thank you for unmuting me, and thank you, everybody. Okay, my question is, thank you. Okay, my question is, I want to know, I'm curious to know, what is the income model of Military Finance? How does the team make money from this project?
Well, for right now, we have team wallets and everything else. Once the seminars are up and going, we might put up for a vote where we receive a salary or something like that. Otherwise, we're all doing this just to make a successful project. None of us are broke in real life. My wife's a doctor. Sean owns DirectMail.io. I mean, he makes very good money. Brad runs one of the most successful businesses in Louisiana. And he's actually selling it to go full-time so hopefully he gets a salary at some point, but it'll actually be up to the community on a lot of that stuff. That's the stuff that the DAO is going to be for. You know what I mean? But yeah, awesome. we do have team wallets, but they are locked up for like 5 years. So we're investing in our future, if you put it that way.
Okay, thank you. And secondly, I want to know, what do you think will lead to the progress and development of this project? Do you think it is developing of more utilities, or it is marketing you need to do?
Did you say if we think we need to add more utilities or marketing?
I said, what do you think will lead to the success of this project? Do you think it is marketing you need to do, or developing more utilities?
Well, I truthfully think it'll be the community that makes all the world a difference. I think our community is going to be what really, really, truly drives this, the cause we're behind. But to answer your direct question, utility and marketing. We have a lot more utility coming. I mean, there's the one-touch buy system. You got the staking, and I don't want to say that. Never mind. But There's a lot of utility coming. Yes, there really is, and marketing will pretty much never stop. There will probably be stronger pushes at points in time, but what I can tell you is that it will never actually stop. The way we've designed this is where we can market at such a minimal cost and in such a big way that it's just not going to stop. We're going to have more I have a list of over 10. I will just say over 10 partnerships ready to go. I just have to finish the contract. I have to find time to get it all done. And we didn't want to drop everything all at once. And from what I'm seeing, that's not going to stop. I mean, I can't keep up. I legitimately cannot keep up as a human being with all the stuff coming in. Like I said, we had the Crypto Credit Union. We just had Pulse that asked if we give them one of our connections, they would let us come have a free booth at their big PulseCon event. It's like $25,000 thing. And they also said, would you guys like to be the after party host? We hear you guys do phenomenal parties. You know, we're like, yeah, let's talk after lunch.
Yeah.
So but I'm having opportunity after opportunity after opportunity drop in our lap, and a lot of them have really cool utilities. Like there's like crypto gift cards we're going to be able to do and all kinds of cool stuff. I mean, it's not going to stop.
It's very cool, and it sounds like your marketing budget is healthy, to say the least. So
it's more, even after everything we're going to be doing, it's more than most projects start with by at least 2 times. It's impressive. And
Okay.
I mean,
I have this last question. Yeah, I have this last question. Okay, since this project revolves around the military, do other countries, like countries who do not fall within your geographical area, also benefits from this project? And how do you cater for all of the militaries if they can benefit from this project? How do you cater for them? How do you get news? How do you know the things happening in different geographical area, and how do you care? How do you take care of them? Thank you.
Well, hopefully the way I know is people like you. I hope you come in the community and say, hey, look, this is happening in my country. This is where it could go. This is how you could help, and I'll make it happen. That's how I hope it happens, right there. I want everybody to be involved. I want everybody to send me everything. And yes, I don't know if you weren't here earlier, but we plan on taking this global. We're going to do everything we can to grow this into just an absolute. We want it to be the #1 veteran charity donor on the entire planet. Like that's
it sounds like you have the potential. Honestly, that's just my opinion.
We really do. I mean, that's not a joke. I mean, just a couple small moves would make it instantaneously possible. You know what I mean? Like a major change.
Yeah, I was going to say, geofence, that's a new term to me. I'm learning today, and that sounds like that could be a huge, thing that could really help this along.
It's a powerful tool. Like when we went and took over the Dubai crypto conference, we went out there and had a yacht party and got all the rich folks from Dubai on one yacht. There was 100 and something people on there. From the actual Dubai crypto conference and or Dubai Expo, I think it was called. Anyways, we're going to be doing this a lot. Like I just said, PulseCon, that's coming up in September. I don't have the time to iron out all the details right this minute, but they are asking us to come. They are offering us this and that, and they want us to do what they've seen us do in other places. So there's always going to be stuff, guys. It's going to just be incredible.
Ooh, sounds like it. This is very exciting.
And what's cool about all those too is we actually make all of them cash flow positive. We actually make money that goes back into the marketing wallet or wherever. How do you think we got such a healthy marketing wallet?
It has to come from somewhere.
We do have a Cube. They had their hand up before to ask you a question.
Thanks, Crypto.
Yeah. Good day, guys.
Hi.
How's it going, bud?
I'm Yakub, and first of all, I would like to say nice project you've got there, because I'm really inspired by Mil. I've not been into a crypto project for a while now. The community is this doxed and just having good potentials in it. So my first question is that would there be any Like, how do I put this? Would there be any uh would there be any this thing? I think I'll yeah, for the BSC holders on ETH.
We are
Would
not
there be a
swapping.
okay? Yeah. Would there be a place for the BSC holders in the ETH mill?
Well, actually, a lot of our BSC holders were actually in the pre-sale, but yes, they're forever going to be tied together. There is, like, I didn't even get to get into how we built our smart contracts and everything else, but we have 8 smart contracts designed where if we need to make any changes in the future or change anything, they're stacked like Legos. We can just take one of them out and make a few changes, put it back in, and never let the entire ecosystem go down. It makes it extremely adaptable from everything from a payment processing system, if that gives you guys any hints, to some other stuff. So we built a contract that can do anything, but there's no tie or like they're 2 separate tokens that are forever tied through smart contracts. So they will always mutually benefit each other. They will always grow together. So honestly, Mike, in my opinion, we're going to have to at some point. I think MilBNB is going to go so crazy because of all the buying and burning with the NFT lines. Like I didn't even get to go into all of the NFT lines or hardly anything that we have coming. And they are going to make it so extremely hyper deflationary that if you look at what I read earlier, the number 1 wallet's going to become the burn wallet, which earns reflections, and it's just going to become so deflationary that we're going to have to take that buying mechanism and put it on the ETH for a while to keep them leveled out. And it'll be really, really interesting. They should be very close and mutually benefit each other for the life of the project. So either one is a great investment. I really am highly recommending everybody to get some MilBNB before the launch, just because once it goes, I don't think you'll ever see anything close to this kind of price again. I think our 70 million all-time high will be a new buyer. That's my opinion. Nothing but my opinion. But yes.
Wow. Great answer.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, bud. Thank you.
Yeah, I just have a question about the wallets. You said they were locked for 5 years. Was this on BSC or just on ETH?
The BSC, there's no team wallets. Like I don't have a team wallet. Brad and Sean Mike, because they originally founded it, but they were locked for 5 years originally, so they probably would have been 4 years now. But yeah, the BSC is that's one of the reasons we had to redo everything and do the ETH, and I haven't talked about that yet either. Is we made the mistake of renouncing the contract. With everything we wanted to do, it made it impossible. So that's why we built the entire ecosystem around it to support it. So we would never ever abandon our original investors. They would they would benefit of it. If they're patient, they're gonna win. It's plain and simple. But yeah, that was the whole reason we did it, was because we had the renounced contract. We had major deals like Tough Mudder, which you might be seeing coming again. They wanted us as a payment processor and things like that, and for part of their ticket sales. But with the locked tokenomics and everything, with the 8% buy or the burn or that 8% tax, we couldn't do it. That was a 16% hit on buying tickets and things like that. And so now we can turn those off for certain situations like that. So now we're able to close these big deals. Now we're able to bring Andy Stump on and he's comfortable. And it's a real business. That's what we did, the standard KYC form and everything. So there's nothing, stopping us now.
And you're audited and everything, right? To tell them, Jerret,
we had an audit on the BSC, but we're putting the big one on this one. We got the CerTic coming, and I think a tech rate as well.
Yes. The main reason I ask is just I was looking back from when you initially launched around, I think it was 380 days ago on the blockchain, and it was the creator wallet seemingly was selling, or his last sell was seemingly at the bottom of that 98% drop on the 13th of May, 2021.
Was it the number 2 wallet?
No, the wallet at the minute has, I think it doesn't have any tokens in, but it was the one that created it because it got the token from the null address.
I did just ask Brad to send me prize money for the shill we're doing. It might have been that exact thing.
No, this was 300.
No. Yeah. So, Jerret, remember there's a lot of really smart. Yeah, there's a lot of really smart people here, and McRuggs. One of the things that he does, and he's really good at it, is he can go back and track. He's like a forensic crypto guy. So he can go look at all the contracts and all the wallets, and I think he's asking, is there some place where he can look at all the wallets and just check and make sure things are on the up and up? I mean, I think that's basically the short version.
Well, I can send him the wallets that I was looking at in DM just so he can look over in his spare time if he wants.
Yeah, the reason I was asking was somebody had a similar question. We went on Dave's thing the other day, and I didn't know the answer, obviously. That's a brag question. It really is. But what it was, we have a couple holders who bought in very early in the project. They're still heavily involved in the project and stuff, and they own very large wallets. And I know one of them moved a little bit of money around recently.
Oh no, but this is
but yeah, I don't think it's the same thing. So
this is from the.
You know what? Why doesn't Miss McRuggs? Jerret, if Mr. McRuggs could send you the wallet addresses, could you give him the information?
Yeah, I get it to Brad, and I'll get it for him for sure. I don't have that stuff on hand, guys. I wasn't the original developer on the project with the BSC.
Mr. McRuggs, would that work for you?
Yeah, that's fine. Like I just like looking for it, but when it comes to blockchain, I'm always very cynical. I'm more of a guilty until proven innocent.
Before you stop talking, Mr. McRuggs, do you actually do this professionally? Like, is this do you run a doxing project?
No. This is just I met a fella tomatoes the past year.
Wanted to.
But now we have people that do though, Jerret. Talk to Crypto Ally. There's people here that do that stuff. So talk to Crypto.
I would love to get more doxings if you guys want to. I think the more the better, truly. Any community that has that system in there where they can actually go in and do their own little audit, I've been encouraging them to do it that way. It's just more attention.
Yeah, we're doing our best. It's never financial advice, but we do our best to look into everything. And I'm kind of like the good cop, and then the alliance is the bad cop. They'll go.
No question. Oh my God, I feel so bad for him. We tear him apart. Poor thing.
Mater, when I first came in, Mater, man, he was awesome. I wanted to.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Oh, the Mater.
It's a shame he's not here right now.
Don't get the Mater fired up.
Yeah, if you pass the tomato test, then hey, you're on the alliance.
He's definitely forever going to be known as Mater to me.
Yeah. He's a good guy. We have a lot of good people, like I say, so we can't thank you enough once again. And we don't want to take too much time, but any more questions?
Also, guys, we're going to be leaving the voice chat open a whole lot, like pretty much the whole time.
Nice. I forgot to mention that too.
So you guys can always come in, talk to any of us.
Great.
Blake's there. I'm there. We got Crypto Mike. We got a lot of guys that are in there with a lot of knowledge. Whatchamacallit, we're having a launch party on the day of launch. It's actually going to be Carmen from DBT. She and Tom are coming in for 6 hours, and they're going to make it an awesome launch. Like I'm excited for it. It's going to allow me, Brad, Sean, Blake, everybody to keep working, keep trying to get stuff. We're going to be making calls, hitting some of the stockbrokers and stuff that we know, letting them know it's going live because they told us to. And it should be a pretty spectacular event. It's going to be a lot of fun. It really is. I'm excited as it could be.
We do have one more question from Men.
Yeah. Okay. My question. I want to know what are the flaws of the team? What is the problem this project is currently facing, and how are you guys ready to tackle or solve it?
Are you asking me what is a problem we're having right now and how we're going to fix it?
Like if you've identified anything?
Well, we've had all kinds of stuff we've overcome. I mean, at the moment, not really. Actually, things are going really, really smooth. I think everything's in
Sounds
place.
like it.
We took our time. We've been building this. We actually talked about launching way back in January. And we were like, nope, this isn't the right time. We want to make sure this is all perfect. So when I say we took our time, we really took our time and dotted every I, crossed every T. And yeah, I think everything is exactly where it's supposed to be. But when that does arise, man, we have a really awesome team. Like Brad is one of the smartest contract devs I've ever seen. He really is. Sean is just an absolute marketing genius who's very smart, very good at making successful businesses. Then you have me. I'm a veteran. I've ran several successful businesses myself. I own alternate reality escape rooms here in Houston, Texas.
Oh, wow. That's your, wow, look at that. You got your studio ramped up. Look at that.
I've handed over the reins of that business to my mom and stepdad. I'm actually letting them take everything right now and successfully run that business so I can focus on this one. And, we have everything at our hand. Even Blake, he's come on the team now, and he has turned into an absolute powerhouse, one of the smartest guys I've seen. He self-taught himself how to do all this stuff that we needed. Now we don't have to get any kind of external help. He does it all. He's great at it, and he's extremely smart. I'm super impressed. Like, he's not on here, so I can talk about him.
Sounds like
also one of the things that I've noticed is I've been pretty active in the Telegram community for a little while, and they have people, military. I've met people. There's a guy named Mike I've met who's really, really great. They're so nice, and they're literally, there's like a voice chat open all the time, and you can just pick up.
I noticed that too.
Yeah, it's really a great community, and it's almost like a community with a mission. Which is the best kind, right? It's a community with a mission, and I think that's one of the strengths.
Community is everything.
My last question. As you all know, is everything, like the real success of every project relies on the community. So what do you guys have any measures or any preventions in place in a situation whereby there will be no community hype or sentiment in the community in order to keep the chat always green? Do you guys have anything in place whereby when there is no community, the plan will be there to cover up for the project?
Well, to be truthful with you, I could delete Telegram and Discord right now, and it would hardly slow the project down at all. So,
wow. That's a powerful statement, sir.
No, that's true, though.
The nicer answer to that is I'm going to be there. Blake's going to be there. Crypto Mike's going to be there. We have a lot of really great people. Like our mod list is like 10 or 20 people. Not all of them are there all the time, but all of us are there to make sure everybody gets everything they ever need. I mean, that's just the truth of it. And as we grow, there's going to be more and more people that I bring on the team.
Oh, yeah.
And hopefully, eventually, there's more people that I'm able to offer jobs to and get work.
Keep going like this.
On this full time.
It's inevitable.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm really happy for Blake. He was able to stop working, and he actually is, officially part of the team now, and it was a blessing for him. So yeah, I want to be able to do that for a lot of people. And we're in the back end, we're hiring quite a few people for other things too. So
man, that's great.
Cool. I just want to say I love your apology about addresses.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I sent them addresses there that I was talking about previously. It's a big ass fucking paragraph, so you'll take your time getting through it.
Yeah, I'm gonna 100% gonna have to send this to Brad. I've never been able to actually track this stuff that great by myself, but Brad was the one who actually created this, so he should know.
Oh, so were you not about around May 2021?
Was I not a what?
Were you around the project around May 2021?
I was getting involved right around then. Like I said in the beginning of it, I actually was looking to go start my own veteran-ran crypto project to help veterans. Like I really was. I was like,
great minds think alike.
And then I ran into Brad and Sean, and I'm just like, holy crap! And I kind of told them what I was thinking, and then the next thing I knew, we were actually partners. They're like, we want you to be the face. We want to be able to stay in the background. We want you to travel to some of these events and everything else. Please join us. So I said, instead of creating the competition, join us. Make ours stronger, better. We said, we'll make you an official part of the team. And I just sent that to Brad. So as soon as he gets with me, I will let you know. And I got you saved in there, man.
Cool. If you could, clarify that for us, it would help everyone.
Yeah. I will send the answer to everybody.
Right on. Thank you.
I'm just the wrong person for that. I really am.
Appreciate the transparency. That's what we're about. Do we have any other questions?
That may be it.
Well, hey guys, what we can do if you guys want is I'll come and do a follow-up sometime next month. Maybe like right before or after we do our first crypto seminar, which you guys are probably going to be hearing some about, because right after launch, I'll talk with you, Crypto Lee, and get you all the actual details, let you know the analytics behind it and stuff, and we'll see how we can get you guys involved. If you want to,
Sounds fantastic.
You can start working on a half-page article about what you guys are doing, what your mission is, and how you can, benefit investors, why you want them to come to your channel and things like that. All right.
Great. I plan on getting a website up soon. I'll be working on it. Yeah. So in the meantime, though, I'll get that written up for you. And I really appreciate it. Again, the Alliance, we want to kind of stand against the rugs and the scams and just kind of help each other out with, good projects that we find. So this looks like an absolute banger, in my opinion. Great first AMA. And we would like to reward whoever asked the best question. I would, unless you have an opinion, I have an idea on who I'd like to.
So you want me to say who I think had the best question? The one I could
Hey, you know what?
There was a lot of really good questions, guys. So whatever you think.
There were, and so that is actually a great point. We could throw this prize to Mr. McRuggs. That was a great question, and that's what we're looking for. Is we don't want to be rude, but it is nice to stump our guests sometimes.
No problem.
So with the
that's great.
That's about the only thing that'll get me stumped sometimes. It really is. I pretty much got an answer for everything else.
So we really appreciate everyone's questions, absolutely. And Mr. McRuggs, if you don't mind, we'll get you 50 BUSD sent over to you. We thank you very much for participating. If you like it, you could pay it forward to another Alliance member. I try to, encourage generosity and paying it forward if you're already in a great position. But we really appreciate everybody, and this has been an awesome AMA. Mr. Jerret Porter from Military.Finance. Again, can't thank you enough. We're really looking forward to the future and what it'll bring for us all.
Sounds good. Thank you for having me, guys. Steve, thank you for having introduced me.
Oh, you got it, my friend.
Big thanks to Steve again. Big thanks.
You guys will definitely see us around for a whole lot. You really will. It's going to be a fun time coming up this week. I'm excited.
Hey, Jared, I'll let you get through. I'll let you get through the launch, and then we'll talk about the VA that has agreed to do a little test thing, because we have to get approved artwork. I mean, you know what I mean. It's the government, so it's formal.
Oh, I know.
And so, but you were right. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, hopefully it'll touch a lot of the veterans and help achieve the goal of the seminars and some of the other things you're trying to do. And who knows what else, right?
Absolutely.
Anyway, I'll get back with you. I know you're really super busy, Jerret. Thanks for making the time for me as well to do this.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you again, and I hope everyone has a blessed weekend.
You as well, pal.
Great job. Looking forward to that. Catching up with you.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye, guys.
See you, Jerret.
Bye. Woo, great job again, Mr. Steve. Appreciate that very much. You helped fill in. A little nervous at the beginning, as I'm sure everybody knew, but we're getting it.
Well, you shouldn't be nervous, number one.